Hello everybody, and welcome back to my Minecraft 1.18 survival series. In the last episode we got started with our little starter base over there, and we also went mining for a little bit, and in between episodes I have been getting some work done. You may notice that, I'll get to that in a minute. You can probably already see sort of what's going on over there. But you may also have noticed that a lot of trees are gone. I've started clearing a bit back there where the main base is going to be, and I've started clearing over here where the boardwalk thing is going to go. So I got quite a few trees out. For some reason I keep forgetting what I want to say, so I keep stuttering, so sorry about that. But yeah, so I got all that done. And I've started flattening out the beaches a little bit. If we go over here, I've started lighting up some of the underground areas, and you can see that I've been covering this with wood, wooden planks. And the reason for this is because this is going to be the level that there's going to be sand on. So all this will be covered with sand, but I didn't want to have to use too much sand, so I'm using the wooden slabs to pretty much raise it up a bit, that way I can use less sand with filling everything in. So I'll probably finish up that and start covering this in sand at some point in this episode. And we'll get over here, and I gotta turn most of this grass over here into sand, so I'll have to cover up that. But I think it's the last thing that I did. Well, I got some sugarcane growing over there, and then I also shaved off a bunch of the sand from this cliffside, because it was already pretty steep, and I figured, hey, that might look good as like a rock wall type thing. So we're going to build that at some point in the near future. So yeah, I did quite a bit off camera, and you can see how much more open it looks. Now, this over here, some of these guys spawned in, and I decided, you know what, I kind of want to, I guess, tame them. Now that guy right there, he's probably going to have to not be alive anymore, because he has like piercing on his crossbow or something, so my shields don't work, and that's not very good when I'm trying to, you know, get them to break their crossbows to tame them or make them passive. I haven't done anything in here as far as I remember. I'm pretty sure in last episode I showed that I made this hallway and started making where the storage room is going to be. And that's where the mine was that we went to. So we're not going to end up getting any work done on the interior this episode, like I said we were going to do last episode. Instead, we're going to start doing some planning. And it kind of stinks that this is in the way of this, because I was going to start building the pathway and the big circular thing, but we'll have to wait for that. So for now, we're just going to start planning out where exactly the pier is going to go. It's going to start right around here and loop all the way around to probably around where that sugarcane right there is. And then we'll have a nice beach going along, and we'll build like little buildings and kind of make it look like a beachside resort type thing. So that's kind of the main plan. So let's go ahead and fill in this over here so that we can get the sand going up. And there will be a hill over here going up, because I want to keep the height over there for the rock wall. So probably right around here will be like a cutoff point where it'll start like going down, and we'll have to have the pier drop down a bit too. So that'll be a little bit of work getting that shaped properly and everything like that. Oh, I almost fell down there. But yeah, quite a bit has happened, but also it doesn't really look like too much has happened. But all this has kind of been about a few hours of work, I'd say, of clearing and doing all that. So I am starting to get a little bit of work done off camera outside of episodes, that way we can make the episodes go a bit quicker. And I think I also said I was going to try to get to the Nether in this episode, but I don't think that'll happen for another couple of episodes. I'm probably just going to stop saying what we're doing in the next episode, because whenever I say that, we never end up doing it. But I think I can almost guarantee in the next episode, if you remember from episode, like, I think it was episode 2 probably, there's a big hole over there, leading to what looks like it's going to be a very large cave. I think we're going to go down and explore that, and see if we can get any more diamonds, because currently we only have 4 diamonds, if I remember right. And we need much more for that, for just about everything. And I want to try to get some enchanting and stuff like that going before I get to the nether. So, we're gonna start doing that. Oh, I did not mean type W. So, the next episode will probably be another mining, caving episode. Maybe mixed in with some other stuff, because I do want to start including more in these episodes than I currently do. So, maybe we'll end up getting to the nether next episode or something. Can't really guarantee much, though, because my mind changes a lot on what we're doing in episodes. So, yeah. But we can go ahead and start filling this in with sand. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do any, like, time lapses in this episode, because we've done a time lapse for quite a few of the episodes so far. And I don't know if I want to continue that trend or not. So, I think I might... There probably won't be a time lapse here, I don't think. Because this is just filling in sand. It's not really too much to look at. You've seen it done before and all that. So, yeah. Okay, so I got most of the area filled in over here, but I did run out of sand. I actually don't know if there's any left in the chest, or one of the chests inside the house. But I took all that I remember gathering. So we've got a little bit to fill up still. So we'll probably take some from over here and a bit over there, because this area needs to be a lot flatter anyway. That way it's kind of more, I guess, flush with the jungle. So I'll probably just start shaving some off here. I'm guessing an Enderman dropped this over here, because I don't see why there'd be grass there otherwise. So I think I'll just start flattening from over here. And I'll probably do most of this somewhat off camera once the episode's done and all that. So we probably won't finish, you know, clearing this out this episode, and I'll just show what it looks like in the next one. But for now, we will dig a little bit of sand and try to see if we can fill in that last little bit of what is left for the beach area over there. And hopefully we can do that in a reasonable amount of time. So, what I've been thinking for the pier, I've been kind of thinking about what materials I want to use, and I think for the support beams we're going to use the jungle oak logs, or not jungle oak logs, jungle wood logs, and we will use, I'm thinking probably oak wood for the rest of it, but the only problem is there's certain details that I want to include that oak wood really probably wouldn't be good for. So I'm kind of wondering if there's any spruce wood around. Because I feel like in one of the episodes I saw spruce wood, but I can't remember. So I might want to see if there's spruce wood around. We're not going to build the actual pier in this episode, we're just planning stuff out. So it's not like the most urgent thing ever. But it is something that I need to think about, because we're getting close to the point where we will start building the pier, and I want to make sure that I have everything planned out and ready to go for it. That way there's not just a bunch of me sitting around just like, okay, what do I do here? You know, so, and I'm probably going to go into a creative mode world at some point in the near future, and I will be designing the pier, because I have an idea in my head, but I don't know if I can pull that off, because I'm not the greatest builder ever, as you can see by my house over there. I consider myself to be an okay builder, but when it comes down to big projects, I tend to kind of not do the greatest. So, we will, or I'll be planning that out, and in the next few episodes we'll start on that. But I also want to start doing other things in the game instead of just working on building right away. I want to be able to get to the Nether and go fight the Ender Dragon so that we can get an Elytra and be able to fly to further away areas, and we'll be able to use the Nether for long distance travel and probably even villager transportation, because I plan on going to the roof of the Nether and getting an area set up where I can just bring villagers through, because I know there's a village over there and I need villagers. So I'll be able to bring villagers to the roof of the Nether and through there to our home. And it is starting to rain, but luckily it's turning night, so we'll be able to sleep that away. Of course, with the shaders that we have, the rain is a bit clearer, so I don't think it really messes with the quality of the video too much. So that's a good thing. But yeah, pretty soon we'll definitely have to go to the Nether. We'll have to start getting progress and everything that we need to do to get our Elytra and all of those things. So, lots of work to be done, and I'm kind of hoping, this is what, episode 6, I think? Yeah, it should be episode 6. I'm hoping that we can at least fight the Ender Dragon by episode 10. So that might mean a lot of extra off-camera work just to get enough diamonds and enchantments and everything like that. Especially if we can't find a mob spawn or anything like that for an XP farm. We'll have to come up with something to do for it. Probably going around the Nether mining quartz, or if we can get to the roof of the Nether and get enough, oh, what's it called? Magma blocks? Then I should be able to make a gold farm, which will double as an XP farm. So, that could be good. And I found, or I heard of a new technique, well, I don't think it's a new technique, but it's new to me, of a way to get the pigmen to rush to the kill chamber without having to anger them and stuff, so we'll probably try that out in this series. But for now, I ran out of sand again. I don't want to spend a bunch of time digging, so I'm going to go get wood, and then we'll get started with making the plan of where the pier is going to go. As you can see in this chest, I have been cutting down a lot of wood. We have more than enough jungle logs and a bunch of oak logs, and I've also been working on getting stone bricks for the pathway. So, we should have plenty of that. I don't exactly know how well the pathway is going to go, because I do want to break it up some more, and it won't just be stone bricks. We'll put some like regular stone and cobblestone and cracked stone bricks and stuff like that in there, just to kind of add more texture to it. But I don't really know how far that exact thing's going to go, because once we get to the pier, there's not going to be stone bricks. So I'm kind of trying to decide exactly how things will work with that. So, for the pier, I want to have it sticking a decent amount out from the actual land, and we'll have to build it out far enough to where the rock wall can happen, because I really want to build that, even though it'll be harder to see through the pier. And I think right here, since there is this drop off and everything, and the pier's not going to stretch all the way out to here, I think there might be like a kind of staircase going up to it. So I think the first, that's a pufferfish, gotta be careful for that. Oh, and this lake under the water right here is one of the reasons why I love these shaders. Just the rays of light coming through and the way this looks, it looks really cool. Alright, so I think, oh, I should probably remember to breathe, that would be helpful. Okay, I think we'll start here, and we'll work our way up and just get it to about that tall. And then we'll go out to here, and probably this block right here. I'm not going to be measuring it out or anything. I just want to try to make it a natural flow through the area. Even looking down here, that just looks really good. These shaders are great. I should probably count out how far away these are from each other, that way it's even, but I don't know if I really need to. Because I think it could still look good without it being even. And if it does look bad when the whole thing's done and it's not even, then we can always go through and replace the logs and make it even. So, that's definitely a thing we can do. Okay, so I got all the pillars placed. And this isn't like a permanent layout, because I think there's things that I want to change, like over here. This kind of has an indent to it, so I kind of had the idea of possibly, instead of going out like I did here, having like a little area go back and like a square cut out over here, and then we could have like a little like fishing boat sitting here with maybe like a walkway going over it, that way we can get from different parts of the pier. That was one idea that I had, so we might end up doing that instead of what I have laid out here. So it isn't permanent, but it is the beginning idea, so, yeah. That's sort of what it's gonna start to look like. And I think, how much stone do I have? I gotta go see. Because we do need a lot of stone for the stone bricks, but I also want to have a mixture of cobblestone and smooth stone. I don't think there's any left in here, except for that one. There's some left in there. But I think we are running out of stone because we haven't really been strip mining. We have stack of 64, stack of 7 there. And I may need to start a strip mine at some point. Alright, we've got a little bit more in here. But that's definitely not going to be enough for what we need. So yeah. I think I'll take some of that. I'll take all of it for now, and I'll turn probably about that much into stone bricks. And that will give us a little bit more. I want to put them down here. And I want to go ahead and start looking at what the rock wall is going to start to look like. So it'll kind of start over here in this corner. So we'll just use the smooth stone to begin laying it out. And yeah, I'm not going to have it like exactly on this because I want to make it a bit more detailed than that. But it will be pretty much following the same layout as this. And I think I might have it go down into the water a little bit too, but I'm not completely sure about that. We'll have to see how it turns out as we keep going. So like right there, it'll cut into the water a bit, and we'll have to do some terraforming under the water to get it to look good. That squid scared me. I'll have it go out there, and there, and we'll probably have it cut off at about, like right around here, will be the kind of cutoff point to where the rock wall ends. So it'll go all the way along here, and it'll be nice and detailed and stuff like that. And the pier will go over it, that way if you're fishing and stuff, you can see the rock wall, but if you're not, then you can't really see it as well. So, yeah. And it's not like it's supposed to look like a man-made rock wall or anything, it's just going to be like a natural thing. So hopefully it'll look good when we do that. One thing that I do want to check real quick is, since we are 6 episodes in now, and I have done quite a bit of playing off camera, I'm kind of interested to see what day we're on. So if I click F3, we can see that we're already on day 43. So, now I know it doesn't really matter that much because this is just a regular survival world, but I do like keeping track of what day we're on anyway. Okay, so real quickly, we're going to come over here and start to dig out the dirt where the beach is going to extend to. So it'll go this way for a while, and then kind of cut off here, and that'll be the end point of the beach where the ground over here will meet the sand. So it'll be a decent-sized beach. And not the entire thing's going to be covered in the pier either. The pier's probably only going to go out to about here on land, probably. So, yeah, and there'll be houses lining up, like little huts, and just various things that make it look, I guess, kind of resorty, maybe, hopefully. It's kind of what I want to go for. So, hopefully everything turns out looking pretty nice. And this is another project I'm probably going to have to do off camera, because it's going to be boring to watch me dig a bunch out. I'm kind of wondering if I should do some live streams of this series. Like, they won't be actual episodes, they'll just be kind of like in-between episode streams where I'm just like grinding something out, not really getting too much actual work done, like building work or anything in the stream, but instead I'll be pretty much just digging stuff like this out and chatting with you guys and stuff like that. So if that's something that you might want to see, let me know in the comments below if you would like to see me do a little, like, in-between episode streams of just grinding out work and stuff like that. Like, especially when we do the tunnel or whatever, because I kind of want to do an underground tunnel going all the way to the village that has, like, a minecart and stuff. So I feel like that could be a stream where we just kind of sit back, relax, and talk while I dig out the tunnel, and then maybe do another one where we're actually building the interior of the tunnel to make it look nice. Because that would definitely be a lot of work to just, you know, not have shown any of it, really. But yeah. So for the rock wall, this'll be something that I end up time-lapsing, because we do also have to get more stone and everything like that. But I'll probably time-lapse me building not the time wall, the rock wall, but not in this episode. There's a lot of things that I have planned, but I don't think I'm fully as prepared as I wanted to be for this episode. So yeah. And I'm hoping that the crossbows for these guys actually still break, because I think that would be cool to just have them sitting around in various places. Okay, so let's turn our attention over here. Just for a little while, and I am starting to get close to running out of time for this episode. It's probably going to be a shorter episode than the others, but I want to do at least a little bit here. So I'm trying to decide, because the doorway of the main house is going to line up with the doorway of this one. So let's mark everything with slabs for now. So the doorway of the main house will probably, we'll just mark it as being here. So there'll be, well, it'll be somewhere around here, probably up more, like, here, possibly. So I want to have, like, a pathway going this way and one going that way, and they both kind of lead to a staircase going up and leading to, like, a round part heading to the doorway of the main base. And then I want to keep some grass and stuff like that in between the walkway. That way we can do some decorating with, like, bushes and stuff like that all around here. I think that would turn out pretty nice. So let's go ahead and, I think it'll probably be about 3 blocks wide going up to here. So how does that look? I think that could be wide. Well, no, I think we should probably go a bit further. Let me get some dirt out. So we'll dig out to about probably here, maybe? And I'll just have it turn right here. So how wide is this? We'll need it to be about that much wider, that we can have the brick on the 3 middle parts. And then it'll be like that. Yeah, that could be enough room. So we'll have it going up like this. And we'll place that there. So it'll be a staircase going up, leading all the way around to here. So let's get out our slabs, and I'm not going to actually build any of this in this episode, but I want to mark it out that way we can know exactly where I want things to be. And we're probably going to go around and do the same thing for around here, like around that area. So get rid of all that, and we'll probably have it rounded just a bit, going up to here, so it'll start going in a bit of a diagonal, and then end up there. So that'll be this side. And I want to try to make it even with each other, but at the same time I don't know how possible it's going to be. So this goes over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll probably go out that many here. Just make sure I'm lined up with everything. Okay. And the staircases and paths will look different on each side because I can't just make it completely even with the way the ground is shaped. So it will look a bit different. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we'll need to go here. Alright, and that'll be 6. And then we went over, what, 5 here? Yeah, 5 here. So we'll go... That's the 6th one, right? Yeah, okay. So from here we'll go that way. And we'll go 5 more in this direction. And I think right here I'm just going to completely carve it out, sort of. And we'll build like a wall up here. So that's 3. And this will be 5. So we'll cut it around here. Okay. So we'll have the path going this way. That is 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. It'll start there, or start there, loop here, the curve will be there, and it'll go all the way up to about the same position there. And then we'll curve it starting at about the same spot too. So we get to there. And it'll be somewhat even, but not 100% even. But I think it could still look pretty nice. And we want to go this way with this, and the circle will be somewhere behind where that is. So then we'll end up having a path going probably up here, and it'll lead over to this little starter house, because I want to keep this. I definitely don't want to get rid of the starter house. I'll probably make it look a bit different. We'll keep this little thing as like a shed or something like that. Not really completely sure though. And then we'll have it continue on to the boardwalk over here. And then it may go in this direction to something that'll be over here in the future, probably like farms and stuff like that. We'll end up clearing out more of the forest and getting stuff like that built. So yeah. I think in the next episode we'll definitely go caving. And then after that, we'll probably take a break from really doing much building or anything until we get to the Nether and start getting on our way to heading to the Ender Dragon. But I do want to kind of make this look a bit more natural, like shave some of this off, put some rocks down, and maybe make like an actual wall right here. That way it's like blocking the ground from crumbling in over the doorway, blocking us in or something. I know that's not actually what happened in Minecraft, but it makes it look more realistic and stuff. And then we'll do a bunch of like bushes and foliage going up and around here and get started with building the pathway. We won't build the actual big house for a while, but I want to at least get the pathway and everything like that laid out, and then the interior of that. So I've got quite a few things planned for the future. Don't know exactly when each of them will happen, but they will happen eventually. So, hopefully. And I'm kind of nervous for this series because I did kind of start it late into 1.18 in a way, and this is just going to be a world that exists for only 1.18, and then when 1.19 comes out, the wild update, we are in 1.18, yeah, we are. When the wild update comes out, we'll do a world reset, and we'll still stay on the episodes. So if we're on episode 30 of the 1.18 series, then when the wild update comes out, then we'll do like a finale of this world for episode 31, and episode 32 will be on a brand new world, and it'll be retitled to 1.19 instead of 1.18 in the parentheses. So it'll continue the series number, but change worlds for every update. Pretty much is my idea for it. And we won't really change seasons or anything. It'll just be, like, I guess the seasons will kind of be marked out by the world we're on in the update. But it won't be, like, called, like, Season 2 of this world or anything. It'll just be, the Let's Play episode 30, whatever we're on at the time, and then 1.19 instead of 1.18. So I'm kind of getting nervous because I don't know when 1.19 will come out. I think it's still quite a ways off, so we might have most of the summer, I'm guessing, to actually do all this. So hoping that I can actually stick with this, keep the series going, and get all this done, because I do have really big plans that I want to do for this world. But yeah, so I think that might end it for this episode. I'm just about out of time for today. It's probably going to be a much shorter episode than what we have been doing, but the next one should be longer and we'll be getting more done. It's just today I've kind of got a cramped schedule in a way for some things, and it's not really a schedule that's like forced upon me. It's just an in my brain schedule, like I have to get this done by this time to do this and all that. So yeah, but we're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up here. The next episode we'll get some more stuff done, and I might have these guys cleared or whatever by the next episode, so we'll figure out what to do with them. And yeah, I don't know why I keep eating 2 different stacks of bread. I need to stick with one. There we go. But yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I know not too much happened, but we got a little bit of work done. And I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. And if you're new here and you haven't subscribed, then maybe consider subscribing. We're trying to get to 250 subs by the end of the year. And if we can somehow hit 1,000 subs, I'll do a 12-hour live stream towards the end of the year. So that'll be fun if we hit that. But yeah, so thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.